Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first Muskox live demo, coming to you live from beautiful northern Minnesota. Today, we are going to show you our bi-directional snowblower. My name is John. I will be monitoring your questions and comments in the chat on both YouTube and Facebook. So please do ask us any questions that come up. Now, I'm going to get on my little doohickey remote control here, and I'm going to pass this over to Adam Bergman, genius behind the Muskox brand. Here you go. Oop, that's the wrong preset. Of course, it's the wrong preset. Adam, coming over to you manually.
There, hey camera.
All righty, and folks, there he is. There he is. We're manually doing this. All right.
Hey, we're live, John, so there's going to be a few of those that come on. Welcome, everybody, to northern Minnesota. Today, we're going to be going through the Muskox. As you can probably tell, or maybe pulled up temperatures, I don't know the weather conditions where you're at today, but it's 41 degrees where we're at, so our snow has been melting off. You'll maybe see it in the background. We bought a fancy snowmaker. For days like this, we didn't have snow, but when it's 41, we're not able to produce snow. But we're still going to get up close with the Muskox. We're going to rely on some of your guys' questions to continue to answer them. You're going to get an opportunity to see the machine in action as it's back dragging from garage doors. You're going to get to see a lot of the neat features that the machine does offer. So thank you for everybody hopping on board. My name's Adam. I'm certainly not the genius behind the product, but thanks, John. The real genius is my father, Ron, who's sitting behind us. We're business partners on this venture. It's been a little talking. So Ron, if you want to fire up the machine and show her today, we don't have snow, but you're going to get an opportunity to see in action. So Ron, yeah, get up to that garage door. Let's back drag and kind of show what makes the Muskox different than other products out there.
Like Adam's saying, it's sure to have nice snow, to have some snow for a demonstration, but we'll go over the features here. You can see in this position, I'd be coming up to a garage door blowing snow, and then I'd lift the blower up, rotate it into back drag position right in front of the door, and continue to back drag. The snow now, if the first snow, I'd be blowing snow off the sides. And if I stop just briefly, it cleans up most of the snow and continue to do your function over again.
All right, Ron, I'm going to have you back up the machine. Everybody, if you're watching with me on the camera, I'm going to grab some snow that we have over here. It's that little bit of snow I'm going to throw on, and what I want to really pay attention is for you guys to watch the squeegee work. So when in our back drag and blow position, we use a rubber squeegee to really pull the moisture off the ground, and we're in the perfect conditions right now to really show off that feature and its importance. The reason we use that with the rubber, again, is to work like a squeegee, back drag it off to get that moisture off the ground. A lot of you guys I've talked to on the phone, it's a big concern that you guys have, getting as much of that moisture off as we can. We grab a little bit of snow here. Put it out in front of the door so Ron can have a chance to pick that up. Ron will get a couple scoops here.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy snow there. I don't know if they'll be able to handle that, Adam.
Yeah, lots of snow that we have. So I'm going to put that in here. I'm going to switch over to Peter's camera, have Peter follow me. Ron, if you want to go ahead and we'll show that squeegee how it works. Outstanding. So Ron, you can stop the machine for a second there. A couple people I'm sure are just joining on. Welcome to the Muskox live demo. We're in northern Minnesota. We're at 41 degrees today. So we're kind of creating some snow and showing off the machine how it would work. We just got done showing the machine in its back drag and blow position where we use a rubber cutting edge to make sure to pull moisture off the ground. There's a few features I'm going to cover today. We are live. I kind of forgot to go through my little playlist. John will keep us going. Yeah, not throw up that screen real quick and we'll show everybody what we'll be covering.
Hello, everybody. We're going to throw up the graphic and show you what we're going to be doing today. And Adam, it is up. Alrighty. Would you like me to go through this, Adam, or would you like to do it?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Mentor Minnesota. As Adam said, we are live today. We're going to be showing you 5 features of the Muskox. First and foremost, which you've already seen, and we'll show you again, our patented back drag feature, making sure that you don't have to get out of the cab to shovel in front of garage doors or up against walls. We'll show you the back drag, and I think you'll really see what a time saver that's going to be. Secondarily, we're going to go through the side fins. We've added a feature to the Muskox from our original demo video. Those side fins are very useful, going to prevent snow from spilling out of the bin. Third, our glide plate and our cutting edge, both features on the bottom side of the machine. Adam and Ron will show you those as well. And 5, our lowered chute. We also want to say a special thank you to RDO Equipment for lending us this particular skid steer that we are using today. Adam, throwing it back to you.
Outstanding. So I'm going to get up close to the machine. Peter, if you want to follow the camera, this is our rubber cutting edge that we use back drag and blow position. We use rubber. There is an option. You can get it with steel, but we highly recommend going with the rubber. The reason is it really works like a squeegee when you're back dragging. We're going to show that one more time. It's 41 degrees where we're at today. Don't have a lot of snow, but we're able to show moisture and how you're able to back drag and pull that out. So it's rubber. It has 4 different edges. Common question I get from you guys when you're calling in, purchasing Muskox snowblowers from us or asking questions. It's a great question. Adam, how long is this rubber cutting edge going to last? For most of you users out there, it is going to last for surely a year. It may even go into a second season. And we really extend the life out of that rubber cutting edge because you're able to use it on 4 different corners. So we're starting off using the machine here. You can see it has not wore very much. And we probably got 20 hours in this machine testing already this winter. It's wore very little. But as that wears off, you can rotate it, use a second corner, a third corner, and then finally the 4th corner. It also has slots in here. So the rubber cutting edge does slide up and down to, again, extend the life of it. So it's our rubber cutting edge. It's our patented feature, the back drag and blow. We have the rubber to be able to really get into those surfaces. A lot of you guys call and want to know, how can I not scratch a surface? We're on stamped concrete right now. If there is some that's flaked off, it's been from salt over the years. Stamped concrete, we didn't want to scratch that surface. So that's what that rubber really allows us to do. We have Ron back.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are pulling the machine back, and the man Peter know that we've lost signal from his camera and also potentially audio from Adam's microphone. So what I'm doing here is Ron is going to be pulling that machine forward to use the back drag feature while Adam puts a little bit of snow in front of the garage door. And good news, we've got our second camera back, so I'm going to go ahead and cut to Peter's camera. And Adam, can you go ahead and say hi to the folks again? We lost your microphone for a second.
Welcome, everybody.
All right, we're all back live, and we got that beautiful back drag with the rubber cutting edge. All right, Adam, I'll let you take it away from here.
Sounds great. So that really shows that feature, and this is just perfect conditions to do it. It's wet out right now. It's 41 degrees. You see that rubber and you get an idea. I know the second deal we had on our list, I'm going to hop into it and talk about our side fins. For a lot of you guys, you have followed Muskox since it came out. We had a prototype video that came out a little bit over a year ago. We're pushing 200,000 views on it. We sure appreciate it. That original prototype, we did not have side fins on the side of our machine. So we've added that, and that became a standard feature with all Muskox snowblowers. Both our single and double auger come with this standard. The reason we did that is because we wanted to be able to drive our machines faster while we're blowing snow in the forward direction. By adding these side fins, we hold more snow into the box, allowing you to increase your travel speeds. I know quite a few guys, you all run these on skid steers and also Bobcat tool cats. And the name of the game is road speed, to be able to jump from job to job. So what's really neat about these side fins is we're going to allow you to drive fast holding that snow inside the box. The side fins also do rotate. They are on a pivot, so they're not in a standard position. They do pivot up and down. So when they're a back drag position, you can see it creates a straight edge all the way across. So when they're a back drag and below position. I'm going to end up having Ron lift up the machine quick. We'll look at this a little bit closer. Ron, if you want to go ahead and lift it up. That's good. So if you guys were here today, I'm going to have Peter come in close here. We do use UHMW on the bottom of our steel. This is also a standard feature that comes with our blowers. We highly recommend having extra of these in stock if they were to wear off, if you're going over a lot of asphalt. And the reason we have that is because we don't want this steel touching our hard surfaces, causing any type of scratches. As this goes on and people are stamped concrete for driveways, pouring new concrete driveways, re-asphalting, people don't want to be scratching that surface. So we have a piece of UHMW on here. It's very much like a skate guard would be on a hockey skate. You can imagine that. Slides right on here. It's on both sides. So that's what that plastic is there for. And then I'll show you guys one more time in this position. This does pivot up and down. So if you were to hit a rock or an impediment, it's going to lift right up for you going forward. But also when you get in our back drag position, this is everything rotates. And now we create a straight edge from here down to help hold snow inside the bucket. So that is our side fin. It is a standard feature on both our single auger and our dual auger. And it helps you to be able to drive down the road faster, to get that job done quicker. So very nice feature. For anybody that's just joining us, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook, we sure appreciate it. My name's Adam. I'm with Muskox Snowblowers. We're filming today in Northwest Minnesota where we build these machines. Happens to be 41 degrees out. It's a beautiful day. Just not a beautiful day to be doing snow removal because we got very little snow, but we're still going through our features today and highlighting and showing how it works. We're also going to hop in the cab so you guys get a chance to see what it's like from the operator's perspective. So I think what I'd like to do, John, or if you have any questions for me right now?
As a matter of fact, Adam, I do have a question for you.
Yeah.
So Eldon Kilberger is wondering, so are these units not PTO driven? So the question is, what is the drive on these units? Is it PTO driven or some other system? Thank you, Eldon, for that question. Anybody can ask questions in the chat on either Facebook or YouTube. Back to you, Adam.
Tom, and turn that one over to you if you want to go ahead and answer.
Okay, hi guys. Yeah, no, this is hydraulically driven. We run from 14 to 45 gallons a minute, depending on the motor that you have on the unit. So no, they are not PTO driven. They are hydraulically driven.
So we're a skid steer attachment, right? Skid steers, Bobcat tool cats, hydraulics we run on the front of those machines. Great question, and we welcome other questions as they come on. John, if you want to keep me on track, I know we were going to talk about our back drag and blow feature, which we covered.
Yep.
We were going to talk about side fins.
Yep.
What was the third thing on our checklist?
Well, if Ron can pick up the machine there, we can talk about both the glide plate and also, let me pull up my list here, our cutting edge. So we did the side fins. I think the glide plate is next, and then we can go into the cutting edge and the lowered chute. But let's do glide plate, Adam.
Outstanding. So Ron, if you want to hold it there, tilt it forward, tilt it down for me a little bit. Stop and just lift it up a little bit. I'll have it a little bit at my eye level. Perfect, Ron. You can stop right there. When we first came out with the Muskox and started developing the idea, it was so we could reduce the amount of shoveling we're doing in front of garage doors on home properties that we have and rental properties we have. Once we accomplished that, that worked. Awesome feature. The next thing that we went, hey, what would we change about snowblowers? And the problem is that we were pre-setting our cutting edges before we'd go out and do snow removal. Everybody that's on here understands what I mean by that. And we'd end up pre-setting, and we would either set it too aggressively, so we'd end up scraping hard surfaces. If we had an operator accidentally end up in somebody's yard, we'd tear up some grass. Or if we went over any buckled concrete, we'd darn near go through the windshield. So that's when we set it really aggressive. If we didn't set it as aggressive, we would end up raising that cutting edge off of the ground, right? As you guys all know, Now, the downside to that is that we ended up leaving snow on the ground that would turn into ice. We weren't happy. Customers weren't happy. So overcame that is with our glide plate. So we have a glide plate here that this is what we naturally ride on. And we do that so we're not scraping those hard surfaces. If we end up in a yard, we're not tearing up the grass. And if we end up going over some buckle concrete, within reason, it's not going to stop the machine and put us through the windshield. So we ride on this glide plate. This glide plate is over 500 square inches that it covers, and this is what we ride on. You'll see underneath this piece of white plastic is UHMW plastic. Again, we ride on that on the corners, so we're reducing the chance to scratching any type of surfaces. So we ride, and this is our natural position. Peter, I'm going to have you hop over with me, and we're going to look inside the machine, and we're going to look up close to our steel cutting edge. As you guys are watching this, you're probably noticing this thing is flipped upside down, and that is 100% done on purpose. The reason we do that is because we don't ride on our steel cutting edge in its natural position. What this does is it allows this to last longer without rounding off the edge, and again, not turn into that surface. So you're able to see it's in a reverse position, and we don't ride on that. But what's really neat about that cutting edge is that anytime you can ride on it to be able to break up any type of ice, it's just a neat feature. What I'm gonna have Ron do is actually lower the machine right now, put it on the ground, and you guys can see that cutting edge, what it looks like from the front when you're driving forward. So just put it in its natural position, not scraping ice. Put it all the way in the natural ride position. Outstanding. So Peter, I'll get under here, see if you can get close with me. But as you guys can probably see with those cameras, it gets a little bit dark in here, but we are not riding on the surface, right? So we don't have that opportunity to scrape the surface. We're riding right over the top of it, pushing all of our snow forward, then getting our back drag position and getting the concrete looking like it does right now. So this is the natural position we ride in. Now, Peter and I are going to take a step back. Ron, we're going to have you rotate the machine and put it in that position like we want to shear some ice. Perfect. So you can stop there. Peter, we'll try to sneak under there. It's going to be a little bit dark under there, I'm guessing. But if you guys can see, we are now right onto that surface. That's going to allow us to shear any type of ice. So it's kind of the best of the both worlds, something we really wanted to be able to accomplish with the machine. Now, what I'd like to do, John, before we go on to our next point that'll be talking a little bit about our cutting edge again, is I'd actually like to take the camera, flip it over into Ron's cab. We're a company that's operators. We build for operators. I want to put you guys inside the machine so you can see what it looks like to be able to operate the machine. For everybody new joining us, we're filming today in northern Minnesota. Said it a few times, we're 41 degrees. So not only did we not have snow, but our snowmakers also aren't going to work in this type of weather. So we're getting an opportunity to see the machine up close and see what it's to function it and how to operate it. So if we want to switch over to that camera to Ron, if you want to back up the machine. And
Ron, you are live with everybody on the internet.
Hey guys, yeah, I probably will talk about a couple of things. When you're blowing snow and you're going into forward position, the old snowblowers I used to run when I was going forward just like this, I would have a hard time getting the right angle. If I got off the edge on some gravel or on grass, I'd be blowing more grass and gravel than anything. And like Adam was talking about, we inverted the cut edge to help you glide up over that. Then as I'm blowing, if I decide to shear ice, I rotate it up, keep the front end up about a foot off the ground, or you have that nice sharp piece, and also blow it off to the side. Then our other, I guess our main feature is the back drag feature. Here, I would be blowing snow coming up to a wall or a garage door. I can still see the door. I start lifting the blower. I'd be leaving snow now, of course. Rotate the front of the cut edge down on the substrate, and then start backing up. As I do, snow off to the side, cleaning right up by the garage door. I would generally come back out into the street or out into the open. You'll see a little bit of snow there that I'm scraping. I'll keep going here. I'll pull a little slop and little ice and water. Like you said, we have no snow, but I would generally stop here, let it clean the chute out, lift up, back ahead again, blowing as I go. One feature, people, you guys that have bought these blowers, if you are going up and lifting a blower up, watch as you see me do this and come up to the garage door, you notice I really can't see the door very well. So the best way that I've learned to function this thing is just keep it down till you get close to the door, rotate. Now you can see the cut edge, now it disappeared, engage it, again back up. It gets to be about a half an hour of operation, gets to be pretty intuitive.
Thank you very much, Ron. That was great. We got a good look at the cutting edge, good look at the back drag, and thanks for that demo of the how to approach a garage door. I know that'll be useful for a lot of the operators. Adam, what do you have to add?
Yeah, I think we'll end up looking at that position one more time. People naturally, when you get this machine, you're going to want to get really aggressive when you come over to get in the back drag position. And the way this machine is designed is to be at that angle like Ron had. You don't have to get overly aggressive. You're going to feel like you got, kind of like when you're back dragging with the bucket, right, guys? You're getting really vertical with that to pull back. This machine with the hydraulics and the pressure points that we're creating, you don't have to go as far over the top. It's just that nice little roll. Because we're all in here, we're watching this machine because we want to get more efficient. So that efficiency is really created that nice little rollover like Ron did, back drag and blow. For you guys that have tool cats, have those machines, we sell a lot of these with tool cats. Question is, will it work on that? And with that one arm hydraulic, will it get into a position where it can back drag and blow? And you absolutely do. It puts it in a perfect position with one of those machines. And for you guys with articulating machines that are starting to come out, also works fantastic with that. I think Ron did a good job. For anybody new joining us, I'm going to have Ron do that one more time. Get into that cab. Ron, let's just watch it and talk through one more time what you're paying attention to when you're running this machine, where you're getting up to the garage door, and what sight lines you're watching.
Hello, guys, again. Yeah, like I was saying before, going forward, and I'll mention it again, our reverse cut edge on the bottom allows us to skid over gravel and grass without shearing into the grass. And then when you do want to shear ice, you rotate the blower into this position. Now you've engaged that edge, which stays sharp because you're not always rubbing and radiusing that. And then I guess another our main feature is our back drag feature. And to operate this machine, you can see out my window now, the chute's real low. Out as you can see, real nice when you're coming up to a building or a wall. I would keep blowing in this position until I get close to the object I'm going to back drag by. Now you'll notice I'm lifting. I can still see the cut edge. I'm rotating forward. Now it disappeared, but I know where I'm at. I touch the ground with the front. I don't know if you can see that, but I usually lift the rear cut edge up only about 3 inches up off the substrate.
Ron, I'm going to stop you there real quick. Yeah. Peter, why don't you come with me with your camera? I want everybody to see this. Is a good shot. Other machines, I'm coming in, and this was part of our problem. I'm stopping way back here, needing to shovel all this. You guys can see where we're at, right? We're right up against that garage door. So he has an opportunity to back drag and blow, reducing that shoveling. So we're keeping that operator in the machine, and we're saving you guys labor and safety by keeping people in the machine. So take a look at that. I'm squeezed right up against the door, and we're right up close to it. Ron, I'll switch it back to you, and you can show everybody as you back drag.
Yeah, like I was talking about there, the rear cut edge end, which would be the lower one, you only need to raise that up maybe 3 inches off the substrate. What that does, it keeps the side of the blower sealed real nice. So if you are just cleaning off a couple inches of snow off the driveway, it cleans it off real nice. What I should say though, if you decide to back down a driveway and blow snow that's a foot deep, all you need to do is lift the arms up, more snow pass underneath. It'll still suck the snow up and blow it off the side. I know many of you, if you have a steep driveway that you can't pull up with your loader through the snow, you can blow forward, back drag, but if you want to back down that hill and just get rid of the snow as you go, it works great in that position also. And then as you back up, there'll be a little snow left. If you stop and just wait a minute and just lower the blower, it pretty much cleans up all the snow that was in box area. If you're in a hurry, something I've learned, Adam, if I'm doing driveways in a hurry, trying to make some money and get it done, I'll quick back drag a number of times up by the house and or garage or whatever it be, and I'll back drag fast out. When I get back to the street or wherever I stop, I'll just lift up, go forward again, repeat the function, back drag, keeping it close so I'm not leaving any lines of snow. Once I'm done, if it takes 4 or 5 passes, I'll turn, pull ways, clean up, go on to the next house. Go ahead, Adam.
Oh, that's fantastic. I do have a shovel sitting here for anybody that's just joining us, whether it's on Facebook or anywhere out there that you guys are hopping on YouTube. We sure appreciate it. My name's Adam Berkman with Muskox Snowblowers. You're here live today with myself and my partner and co-founder, Ron Bergman, who's inside the machine. For anybody new, I'm going to grab a little bit more snow. It's wet and heavy, right? So I want to show a condition that is realistic. We're out here. There's wet, heavy snow. A good day to make a snowman, not a fun day to do snow removal. So you guys can imagine, again, I can't get everything in here, but I'm throwing snow out here for Ron. And what I want you guys to do, you know those wet, heavy days. It's 32, 33, 34, 35 degrees. It's sunny outside. And if you were trying to blow this snow, it's not feeding into the machine, right? You're blowing it. It's all getting caught up in front of this garage door, and you got to shovel everything. With the Muskox in this kind of condition, we're 41 degrees. I want you guys to see this machine get up, back drag, and just pull all the snow back out to the street. And you're going to see how we get rid of a lot of the moisture in the snow, making this surface as safe as possible. Excellent. So you guys, I think that was a great shot right there. And Peter, you can look down on that ground, right? We're anywhere on this ground, this hard surface. We're over stamped concrete right here. We're not scratching the surface at all, as you guys can see with that rubber cutting edge. So that's what I wanted to touch on there. I'm going to end up getting into, a lot of you guys probably noticed we have a lowered chute. Probably wondering why we have a lowered chute, what some of those advantages are. But John, I think you got a couple questions maybe for me that are coming in.
Well, first of all, we wanted to just give a shout out to someone who is watching on Facebook, Aaron Smith with TerraCare LLC. So hello to you, Aaron Smith, just someone who is interested more in the product. And I thought, Adam, this might be a good opportunity to talk a little bit about some of the features of the Muskox, specifically the protection we have for lawns, for gravel, for those sensitive situations. A lot of HOAs don't want snow removal to be tearing up their lawns, tearing up their property. What are some things that perhaps TerraCare LLC, don't know much about that company, but what are some features of the Muskox that sets it apart from other options on the market? Lawn and gravel care.
Yeah, question. So we kind of touched on that with our glide plate. Peter, I'm going to walk towards you and we're going to hover in the corner here. Our glide plate sets us apart as far as snow blowers go because we ride in this natural position that is on a glide plate. We ride on this glide plate so that if you end up in somebody's yard when you're doing snow removal, it happens to everybody. Not everything's staked. You end up in that yard, you're going to have a better chance of not ripping into the grass because we're riding on this glide plate right here. So we're not tearing into it. We don't naturally ride on a steel cutting edge. So that's going to help with that. A lot of you guys that have purchased this machine this year are also doing gravel driveways, whether it's alleys or you have a gravel road leading up to a property. You don't want to be throwing all those rocks, right? When we're doing stuff on my rental properties, we commonly end up in alleyways. And it's easy to accidentally end up with a rock into the machine, kicking it out, and we have vehicles around, houses around. With our machine, we greatly reduce that chance of catching rocks because we're riding on this glide plate that I was talking about. It's just an awesome feature to be able to have. And then the third with that glide plate is if you have some buckled concrete, just reduce that chance to almost go through the windshield. We've all experienced that, us guys that are doing snow removal and gals doing snow removal, that you hit that edge and you almost go through the windshield. That glide plate reduces that. And to answer that question, Aaron, to get a little bit closer, I'm going to have Ron raise up the machine one more time, because we do want that second opportunity, right? When the time service, you can stop right there, Ron. We do want to be able to ride on a steel cutting edge. There's times when we need to shear ice. There's times we need that extra pressure. We can do it right here. We can rotate that at any time, and it gives us an opportunity to shear that ice and be able to take care of those conditions. So outstanding question. John, if you don't have anything else for me right now, I'm going to have Ron drop the machine, and I want to get into our shoot.
No problem, Adam. Just wanted to give you a sense of the time. We're at 11:30, and so we're doing pretty well, but no other questions so far.
Sounds great. All right, I'm going to talk about this lowered chute, right? You guys are probably noticing that. It's a little bit different on a Muskox and other machines. We're used to having a high chute. What we didn't like about that, it was hard for the operator and their visibility. We want to switch over to the cab camera real quick, and I want you guys to get an idea of looking at that. You guys, if you've ran other snow blowers, look at that. You have an awesome line of sight over the top of it because it's lowered. It's closer to your knees now, so you have just a better line of sight. So we'll switch back over to Peter's camera and talking about that. Usually higher, right? So it's harder to see. We also found by repositioning it, we have less snow that's blowing back onto the operator. We all know what that's like. When you're trying to run that windshield wiper, that thing breaks, it starts to ice up. How this is positioned reduces that, which is just a big win for us. And we've also found by having this lowered chute that we plug significantly less. There's less surface area for that snow to have to travel up and blow out of the machine. So it works great. Question is, hey, how far does it blow? Blows as far as any snowblower that's out on the market right now. You guys will be really comfortable where that's at, how far that snow blows out. I'm gonna have Peter come with me. Now I wanna take that chute, and I'm gonna have from Peter's camera, Ron, if you wanna take and rotate that chute. It rotates about 280 degrees, so you guys can go over your shoulders, but I want you to see that in action. So I'll hop on over to me. We can talk to me real quick. Watch that chute as it's rotating. It's 280 degrees. I now want to switch over to the camera so we can watch it from the cab so you can see what it's like as an operator. I'll switch over to that camera. I'm going to get out of the shot, or try to. You guys can see that thing rotating all the way around. Ron, if you want to go all the way to the left and just stop right there. You can shut the machine off for a second. Right, I want everybody to see here now the angle that we're at. This is a common question. You guys got tight spots. You want to blow snow. We don't rotate 180 degrees. We rotate further than that, so we have a chance to blow that snow over the shoulder of the machine. So Peter, if you look where I'm at, I'm able to blow snow out at this kind of angle. And this gives us an opportunity to put snow in spots we weren't able to do before. So it's just, as the year goes on, we get big snowfalls, and we're always blowing those same spots. This just opens up that opportunity to be able to blow it in a different spot. Or if you're coming out like a property like this, I can't blow that snow straight out this way. I might have to come up at an angle and go over the top. So we absolutely love that lowered chute. It's worked out great for us, and great for you guys that are users of our product. Yeah. Perfect. Yep, I'm gonna pull up the machine one more time. Thanks everybody for joining us, and I just want to highlight that double auger. So when you guys buy a Muskox snowblower, and thank you for everybody that's been purchasing them this year. We got friends that have bought them in Alaska, Canada, Maine, all over the United States. We sure appreciate it, and get these machines out to you. But you have a choice when you buy a Muskox. You can get our single auger machine or our dual auger machine. And I want you guys to see that up close. You guys can see what that looks like. Single auger standard. We have the feature to add that dual auger. It's a $1,000 upgrade to get it. And the reason that we did that, Ron, if you want to lift up the machine a little bit higher. Keep going. And stop right there will work for me. When we have our single auger machine, we end up from our auger to our cutting edge, there is about a 14-inch gap right there. The reason we have that second auger option is this is 10 inches in diameter. So now we're in our back drag and blow position. We have another auger that's spinning that really helps increase the speed when we're back dragging and blowing. So that's our two augers. That's what it looks like. It's very popular with our users to go with the dual auger setup. If you're out doing snow removal for a living, I'd recommend going that route. If you're buying a Muskox just for personal use to use at your home, let's talk it through and we'll see what the best option for you is. I'm going to start wrapping it up. We're nearing 40 minutes. Thank you for joining us for our first live show. You guys are going to see places where you can contact us. You're able to go on, download this video, and watch it at any time to replay it if you want to show anybody that you're working with. And I'm going to tell a couple things before we leave that are real common questions. You can use a Muskox snowblower with standard or high flow machines. With our single auger, we have 4 different motor sizes to work between 14 and 45 gallons per minute. With our dual auger, we also have 4 different motor sizes, but we recommend on the low end 17 gallons per minute and go all the way up to 45 gallons per minute. And when you get a hold of us and you order a machine, and thank you for all you guys that have been buying them so far this year, we do have an electronic hookup, and this is right here, and that's specific to the type of machine you have. So those electronic pins are slightly different, whether you have a John Deere, an ASV, a Kubota, a Bobcat, a Case, whatever machine you're running, you let us know. We get this electronic hookup to make the machine plug and play and ready to go for you guys. Yeah.
Adam, got another question for you. Noah Salverson is wondering, can this be used on a teleskid? Noah, thank you so much for that question. Adam, over to you for that one.
Ron, I'll let you answer that question.
Yes, it can, and there's some big benefits to that if you want to reach up over something, clean down a stairway. The other day, I've got a number of trailers that we haul product on. It was about a week ago. We had some snow. I'm able to go up on top of the trailer with this rubber squeegee and clean the snow off. It saved quite a bit of time. So if you had a telehandler, the same thing, you'd be able to reach out and do more up in a high area or cut down a tall bank that's there, or maybe back drag down a stairway. So yes, that would be a positive feature.
Outstanding. Well, everybody, thanks for the questions today. Hopefully next week it cools down and we either have some natural snow or we can blow some snow in with our fancy snowmaker we didn't get you with this 41-degree weather. But we're going to be live again next week on both YouTube and Facebook at 11 a.m. Central. And if you guys have questions, we got people available to answer them and talk about how the Muskox might improve your snow removal. So I'm going to go ahead and close today, and I want to thank RDO one more time. RDO Equipment is in the Midwest, and they're a dealer partner of ours. So you can get these machines at RDO, or you can contact us directly, and we sell direct to consumer also. But RDO has supplied us with the John Deere today in order for us to be able to shoot these videos, and we'll continue to as we do these weekly. So next week, again, everybody have a fantastic week. We'll be live at 11 a.m. Central next week, and hopefully it starts to cool down. We got a little bit more snow to be able to run with you guys. Appreciate it. Look forward to talking to you. Everybody have a good week, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
Thank you, everybody. I'm going to get back to work, and we'll talk to you all later. Bye.
And thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Peter's just going to follow Ron out as he gets back to it, gets back to work. If you know Ron, you know that he is not one to waste any time during the day. Always a busy man. And ladies and gentlemen, as Ron drives off into the sunset, just a couple to reiterate what Adam said. Muskox is always ready to answer your questions about our product. Always excited to make sure that you know what our machine can do for you and what we offer. We're going to go ahead and remind you that, of course, you are able to ask questions live of us every single week. My name is John, and I am going to be operating the cameras every single week for you here. So if you have any questions for us, please don't hesitate to ask on either Facebook or YouTube. We've really enjoyed having you all here today, and we will see you next week. Take care, everyone. And Ron likes to quote Red Green, but we can't do that for copyright reasons. So I'll just say, don't blow snow in your face. Take care. Bye-bye.